welcome back to my channel. It feels like it has been forever since I've chatted with you all and giving you an update that today I asked Valdez to give me a hand because I've been trying to record this video for some time, but now I am here. I did my hair, I did my makeup, wanted to look put together for this video. And the crazy part is that I started watching the Kardashians and I was inspired by Kim's look, and I thought I should go ahead and do this look today for today's video. Also, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. I watched this video and I like my hairline, it's crazy, and my hair has grown a lot like through like pregnancy. I have a lot of baby hairs, but also I tried this new trick. It's not a new trick, but for me it is, but I looked it up on a YouTube video on how to like fill in your hairline, because I did see that Kim's hairline is just so perfect and how they fill it in with like eyeshadow, and there's different things that you can use to fill your hairline in. So I went ahead and gave it a try. It looks kind of weird, I feel, but I just went ahead and whatever, I tried it because I like having my hair pulled back, but I'm very self-conscious with my hairline. So I was just like, whatever, let me give it a try. If it looks wild, it is what it is. So let me know what y'all think. But I'm definitely going to give it another try and probably go look for like the Clairol. I think they sell like a little kit to fill it in. If you know of any good products, please drop them in the comments below and let me know. But in today's video, I want to give you all an update, my 6-week postpartum update. Like, it is insane to think that it has already been 6 weeks since I've given birth to our beautiful angel, and I had my appointment on Monday and I was pretty nervous on going to my appointment, honestly, because going to the appointment, they're going to check how your girl, all of that she's doing and everything, and how your recovery is going, and also they do a pap smear, all of that. So I was pretty nervous on that. If you have not watched my birth vlog, be sure to go watch that. But with that being said, let me just give you kind of a little background on how my birth went and everything. My labor was a lot. I was in labor for hours and hours. It felt like an eternity, honestly. It is going to be pretty TMI, I guess, in this video. So if you're family, you don't want to know all about that, please, this is not the video for you. But I do want to share this because a lot of women don't know about this, that maybe it's their first time, maybe it's your first time that you're pregnant and everything. And I know for me, I was super curious, and I was constantly like watching different birth vlogs and updates and all of that. So I just found them really helpful. This is why I want to share my story, in hopes that it's going to help you and to kind of prepare you mentally. I have to honestly say that watching those videos did prepare me to an extent to where I was really open-minded with the whole experience. I did not go in with this like set birth plan on how like I wanted things to look exactly. I was very open to it and just knew that at the end of the day, what was most important was for me to give birth to a healthy baby, and for myself to also be healthy. So that was the main goal at the end of the day. And you know, we did have some complications throughout it, which thankfully it didn't go to worse. I was able to birth my baby girl naturally. But with that being said, I did end up tearing. I had a 3rd-degree tear, which is like, it was painful, y'all. It was painful. I honestly have to say that giving birth was one of the hardest things that I have done in my entire life. But it was also the hardest, the most humbling, but the most beautiful experience. It is just truly the miracle of life. Being able to birth my baby girl, to bring her into this world, to be that vessel, was just one of the greatest feelings that you could ever experience, honestly. And you just feel like you're on a high. And when I remember when I was pushing and everything, I just remember just thinking to myself, all right, this is painful, this is hard, but at the end of the day, I really have to push through and find that strength within me, because she has, I admit, like, she needs me to bring her into this world and to really tune everybody out and just focus on her and bringing her into this world. So that was my thing. And so once I gave birth to her, they did end up doing stitches. I mean, it was painful feeling that they did numb me and everything, but I could still feel it. They reapplied like the numbing cream or whatever it is that they do. I don't even know, because it's just such a blur at that moment. But so I did have that. The other thing that I also had was hemorrhoids, which is like freaking painful. If you have seen my other videos and you've been here, I did experience some hemorrhoids in my third trimester, I believe. Yeah, like my third trimester. And it was pretty painful. But now, like after giving birth, like because you're pushing so much, so hard, like that pressure and everything, I did have hemorrhoids, so I had the stitches. So there was a lot going on down there that it was really painful for me. Ended up prescribing like some stool softeners. So please be sure that if you're someone that's going to be giving birth soon, have some stool softeners readily available, because if there's something that's scary, it's that first poop and also the first like tinkle, which is what I had heard from other videos. So having those stool softeners was super helpful. But with that, like the first week, I just remember coming home because baby girl was born at 1:20 in the morning on Saturday, the 19th of February. So I was there on Saturday and we were discharged on Sunday afternoon. I didn't feel like I was there for a really long time at the hospital. And so once we got home, I felt pretty good overall. After giving birth, like at the hospital, I did feel like I was hit by multiple trucks, honestly, and it was just really exhausting. Like I felt sore. I could still feel my back sore from the epidural. Like that area was just like, I was in pain, like everything from head to toe, I was in pain. And I just honestly felt like I had been through like the most insane workout of my life, that if you really think about it, I mean, that's truly what happened. But I just felt like I had been lifting weights like the entire day, like prior, and just like, it was just a lot on my body and I could hardly move. I needed help to move. It was very uncomfortable. So I just remember that it was so important for me to shower after, like the next day, which was on Saturday. I needed to shower. I ended up taking a shower at night, washed my hair because my hair was just like, you sweat, you feel gross and everything. So I just went ahead and like showered, washed my hair, and just allowed the hot water just like hit me, and it felt so good doing that. And it was very relaxing. So I just remember like the nurse being so kind to me and explaining everything on like postpartum care, what I needed and how to like, they give you like the mesh underwear, and they also gave me like the big pads and all of that, which was because you're bleeding a lot, like right after giving birth. There's still like, your body's just flushing everything out, so it is a lot. And so then the next day when we came home, I felt pretty good. I showered again, I put myself together, and my family was here ready to meet baby girl. And so I was walking around. I felt pretty good overall, but I do remember that night I started feeling some palpitations, and while I was just laying down on the couch with family and just feeling really exhausted, that I needed to get some rest, and just started feeling very emotional. So Valdez, which is my husband, if you're new here, he's like, all right, you know, like, let's go upstairs, you can go shower. And he was here like with me, helping me out just to be sure that I was okay, because I started getting really emotional and just crying. And I like, my my tummy, it just felt like I felt swollen still. I felt really sore, but I also felt like this huge emptiness and this like hole in my tummy. Like that's the best way that I could explain it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just gave birth to baby girl and my body just feels like so out of it. It was just hard, like honestly, to take that all in. So that week I started feeling different emotions. I was very emotional. I did find myself like crying, but really trying to stay positive throughout the whole experience. Like I read about and heard about postpartum depression, the baby blues, and all of that. So I wanted to just pay attention to those emotions that I was feeling, but still validate those emotions and not feel guilty for feeling that, right? But I was just really exhausted, like taking care of baby girl. Thankfully, my mother-in-law, she did come over and help us take care of baby girl. Valdez was there like helping me out with baby girl too. I mean, like we have a pretty good support system. I feel my parents, my mom was like checking up on us and everything as well. I just remember just feeling like this emptiness, and you just feeling like, in a way, what is my life going to look like now? I just feel like everything just changed overnight. Like you're super excited to give birth, but then it's like, wow, my life is never going to be the same. So in a way, you're feeling like trying to figure out who you are now as a mom. Like that's how I felt. Like, who am I now? What is my life going to look like now? And also, in a sense, like mourning who you were before and just accepting that this is a new version of yourself. Like it's still you as you're evolving through life and you're changing who you are. So that's how I truly felt. So I also felt like this like warmth and connection with baby girl. I just felt so emotional, like holding her and having her in my arms, because we prayed so much for her, for this blessing, that just holding her, it just felt so surreal having her in my arms. And it's just beautiful, right? All of that. But my body was feeling it. I am telling you, like, you are definitely going to need the Freedom Mom like ice packs. Those came in clutch because of the hemorrhoids, the dermaplast also, and the perennial wipes, perennial wipes from Freedom Mom, or like the Tux Witch Hazel ones also helped out a lot. I used the Always Discreet diapers. Those were like amazing because I could not just do pads. Honestly, I just felt so much more comfortable with those diapers the first couple of days. Week later, I would say I wasn't bleeding as much. So I started using like these pads over here. They gave me at the hospital, they gave me a bunch. So those were the ones that I was using. And then the following week, like week 2, I could see there was a huge difference in like the blood flow. It was a lot less. So I'm so glad that that's how it turned out. Like I was cramping. The doctor did explain to me, as you're breastfeeding, that's what's going to happen. But you guys, honestly, breastfeeding is a whole journey in itself. It's not what I imagined it would be for myself. You just think that, hey, the milk supply is just going to come in and baby girl is going to latch, and that's how you're going to be able to nurse your baby. But it wasn't the case for me, and my milk supply was very low. It still is pretty low, so I am trying to do like pump right now every 3 to 4 hours to get that supply going. Baby girl has not latched. If she's latched, at most I would say was like 5 minutes. But I have accepted that this is my journey. It's not how I envisioned it, but a fed baby is a healthy baby, and I'm so grateful that I have an amazing community, amazing women that are like messaging me and letting me know, like talking to me about their journeys, how difficult it was, because I had never heard about that before. And I feel like a lot of women just don't share that. A lot of these things, of course, they're so new to me as a first-time mom. But So that's what I have been doing. The nipple butter does help because even like you're pumping, you can get a little bit irritated as well, because your body's not used to it. But of course, like if you feel uncomfortable, maybe looking into like a different flange or whatever. I did have to change out flanges like two times from the Spectra. That's the one that I have. But just a lot of emotions, you feeling overwhelmed, feeling sleep deprived as well, trying to adjust, trying to also now realize that the relationship also between my husband and I has gone to a different level. This is a new chapter for us becoming parents, him as a dad and myself as a mom. I always said to myself that I did not want to be someone that was on top of him and telling him what to do, because this is also new for me and he's going to have his ways of doing things. So I want to be able to give him that space as well to just try different things with her, because we're two different people and we're going to have different ways of doing things as well. But at the end of the day, we both have baby girl's best interests at heart. So just being able to have those open conversations. I did end up going back to therapy because I just felt like it was a lot, you guys. And I could see how there was one morning that we weren't like intentionally not trying to say good morning to each other. Valdez and I, like, we always give each other a good morning kiss. Everything just felt so chaotic that we didn't. So we did chat about that later on in the evening, and we're just like, you know what, we really have to be careful, because I can see how things can kind of just start slipping like that. Things that you would normally do as a couple, which you understand it's going to change, but you still want to keep those things, like prioritize those things and prioritize each other as well. Make that time. Of course, right now at this phase, baby girl really needs a lot of attention. You know, trying to find those little gaps throughout the day to tell each other that we love each other, that we appreciate each other, is really important. So me going back to therapy, I think, has been amazing and incredible, because there are going to be so many different challenges that I will be facing at this time, that now I just want to be well prepared. And I think it's so important to lay that very strong foundation right now in this next chapter of my life. But I'm gonna check on baby girl and I'll be right back. So she fell back asleep, so we can go ahead and keep chatting over here. So overall, like, I'm really happy how my recovery has gone. I think it's really hard also to try to keep up with everything around the house, like cleaning, laundry, everything, and your body is just not feeling up for it. Just feeling like, oh my gosh, anxious about that. It is hard. It is an adjustment. And for me, someone that I want to keep my environment clean and organized as best as possible, because I just feel it gives me that peace of mind. It's hard. And it's hard just you wanting to keep everything together. So I have to constantly remind myself that it is okay if laundry isn't done. It is okay if my kitchen is upside down, that I can get to it later. And that right now it's just baby girl, and that this newborn phase isn't going to last forever, but I want to be able to soak it all in as much as possible, every single one of those moments, right? I would have to say has been and still is challenging for me is just being okay with not getting all things done around the house. The other thing is, just started my period also this week, and my doctor says everything looks great, and I've been given the clear to start working out again, which I'm super excited. Not gonna do anything crazy right now. I just really want to focus on my core, because I still feel that weakness in my core. Had to pause again because we had to change baby girl's diaper. If this video just kind of bounces from one thing to another, I'm sorry, but hey, this is what life looks like now. What I was going to say was that I did have a 3-week checkup at my OB. I asked for it because I did feel a lot of swelling in my feet were just killing me. My legs were killing me. But I also think one, yes, it's part of postpartum, the fluid retention, but also I was just doing a lot, I think, because I was really trying to keep the house clean and everything. So I was a lot on my feet. So I did have to end up getting some compression socks, and those were really helpful. I did do that. I was starting to drink, I started to drink a lot of water, which I normally drink a lot of water. Hey Nala, look at all that floof there. So I was drinking plenty and plenty of water. Also making, Valdez was making some celery green apple juice for me to help with the inflammation, which I did find helpful as well. I have continued to take my prenatal vitamins, iron, and that's about it. I was also taking the stool softener as far as like supplements go. I do have to say that a part of me was just being really hard on myself, because I am someone that has always tried to have a positive outlook on everything, especially when it comes to our bodies. I'm feeling grateful for our bodies. And now I feel like my body is just, oh my gosh, it's incredible. Like, I feel like you're on a high after giving birth, that you just can't do absolutely anything. And right now I just feel, that's how I still feel, that wow, I effing like gave birth to a whole human. I can do anything in this world, like a total badass. Women are incredible. We're incredible, and we're queens. We are queens. And so just feeling that, but I was being pretty hard on myself. So I caught myself trying on my pre-pregnancy jeans. And my pre-pregnancy jeans, I tried them on about 3 times, but I started noticing that I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, all these negative emotions, like I'm never going to be the same. My body, what in the world? I just feel so foreign in my body right now, and the changes and everything. So I had to really stop myself, and I had to accept that this is my new body, and that things aren't supposed to look exactly the same. And I am not on a race here on trying to look perfect or anything like that, or look exactly how I did pre-pregnancy, and just accepting where I am. And so I felt bad because I was feeling that way, but these are feelings that are totally normal as well. So I just ended up buying some more like leggings, which were a size bigger, just to feel comfortable, because you also don't want anything tight like on your tummy, and just having like the postpartum like belly faja, is it belly bands? I don't know how you say it. I forgot how you say it, but that has for sure helped a lot, because you do feel like you need that additional support. Like, you just feel really, really weak. But right now where I am, I'm really happy with how my body has recovered, and we have gone on walks. Being able to enjoy like those activities once again it's truly a blessing. So that's pretty much how we are looking right now at 6 weeks. I'm really happy with how my recovery has gone so far, and I just truly feel blessed with the whole experience. It is one heck of a roller coaster ride, and I am just excited to continue learning and trying things with baby girl, and just like enjoying this new chapter of our lives right now. But that's where we are. As far as like an update how everything is looking, this is the first time, let me back this up. So as far as like an update, I was hesitant about this, but I want to show you guys. This right here is my tummy right now. So there is like a pooch over here, and I do feel a little bit of pain still, like it's just sensitive, right? The weakness right here, I do have a separation of about 2 fingers, my OB said, between my abs, the diastasis recti, I believe it's called. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So I do still wear like the band to help me to help support my core. I still have the little line. It is fading away a lot, but just overall I'm feeling really good about my recovery and how everything is going right now. And yeah, So that is going to be it for today's video, you guys, and giving you this 6-week postpartum update. Please let me know in the comments below, what else would you like to see? Any questions that you have, drop them down in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe and to hit a like to this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye guys.